Ladies and gentlemen, the heck was that? Welcome to what we think is episode number 33, but we may be off by one of the Empty Slate. I am your host and the only host of the best podcast in the world. No, I'm kidding. I am Russ, and the man cracking a Modelo and giggling at me saying I'm the only host is Mr.
I just,
Barnett.
I just knew you were full of. Well, I can't say what I want to say. I
Piss
knew
and
you were full
vinegar?
of it. Well, that too probably. You're a little spry.
A little bit, but not much.
How you been?
Not bad.
Yeah.
New job. We've talked since then.
Yeah.
No, not bad. It's been it's been what, a couple weeks maybe since we've recorded. I saw you on
A week and a half, right?
week and a half, I guess. I saw you on Saturday, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, not too bad.
This is a makeup episode because we were going to record last week, but then
you had to leave. You had to leave to go get a kid, and it would have been like 7:45 before you could have recorded.
Yeah.
And then we were going to do it another day, and something else happened.
I got sick.
Yeah, that's right. You got sick because you're bulimic.
Yeah, I guess.
And
Jason's Deli, man. I don't know what to tell you.
And then it was Friday, and then you went back to work, and then Saturday, and then Sunday, and then now we're on Monday.
Yep, here we are. Doing what we do best, talk shit.
There she was.
Yeah. I can say, you just can't say the F word too early, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you're good. Nobody's listening.
Yeah, nobody watches this stuff anyway.
Danny Duffy. What? Good Lord.
So, what do you want to talk about? This is like one of those episodes that we don't really have anything
to talk about
lined up.
Oh, before we planned on talking about, dude, I don't even remember what we planned on talking about.
Apple Vision Pro was one of them,
and I have no clue about that, so that would be all you talking.
Well, we can talk about that. RFK Jr. dipped his toe in the sand.
In
the pool. He is going to run as an independent.
He announced that a while back.
Well, it's confirmed. Like, he's actually doing it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, everybody knew that he was going to do it. I mean, that was.
Well, now it's official. And then we got a game coming up this weekend. I don't know if anybody's going to watch it or not.
Oh, people. Well, everybody's going to watch it. I don't give a crap what anybody says. If you're a sports fan, you're going to end up watching it, unless you're at work. And then if you're at work, then you're not going to be able to watch it, or you're going to stream it on your phone. But
right.
People are going to watch it. I mean, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, how the hell do I share this? Oh, there it goes. And I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I had said, I don't know. I had said the weekend of the championship games, I was like, man, if this game is the game that it's good, I'm watching. I'm not gonna not watch because I hate both teams. Like, it sucks because I'm not a big Pat Mahomes fan. I never will be. I never have. Never was. As a Cowboy fan, I personally don't want the Niners to win.
Right.
But I mean, like you and I said on Saturday, it's like, can both teams lose?
Right.
Which obviously they can't unless there was like a power outage or something, and it blacked the stadium for hours upon end.
Had to be months. They'll just resume it Monday,
Oh yeah, that's true.
So yeah,
I don't know. I mean, we can touch briefly on it. I mean, but like, I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not
thrilled about this one.
I'm not sold on it. It's not like it. And like we both agreed, it's not two bad teams. I mean, the game itself is going to be good.
Hopefully.
I think it will be. I think the game itself will be good, but it's just two teams that nobody really gives a shit about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there are people, Kansas City, that area, all around there, they care about Kansas City.
All the Swifties.
And San Francisco cares about the 49ers. And, other little parts of Oakland. And then, there's, I mean, San Francisco is a team that travels well.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. But like, I don't know, man. I just think that, I'm not saying that I am, but I'm more excited to watch the halftime show.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see Usher. And
yeah. See Usher and Ludacris and Lil Jon, maybe.
Yeah, I'm Lil Jon. I'm going to see Crooked Eye Lil Jon come out. They say he's cross-eyed under his glasses.
It explains a lot.
Apparently Biggie Smalls was cross-eyed under his glasses too.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that, but
I mean, that's probably why he didn't see it coming.
Wow. Already a murder joke.
Here I am drinking a Modelo and you're drinking Kool-Aid.
Water with lemon. I'll just a little leftover of my water flavoring in there. It's Monday, and I have to work tomorrow. So, but if my parlay hits tonight, maybe drink it tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
If my parlay hits,
I don't like betting on sports, man.
I've been pretty good. I've laid off for a while. This is the first one I put in a couple weeks, or no, not a couple weeks, but a couple days. This is the first one that I've put in. Probably actually since Championship Sunday. It's the first one I've put in.
You gotta be careful with those. That's for sure.
Yeah, so this is the first one I put in since Championship Sunday. I've been picking my teams and then taking a screenshot and then checking theirs and not sending my bets through and checking my bets the next morning to see if I would have hit or I wouldn't have. And on every single one that I've done, I wouldn't have won.
See?
So I'm like, I'm glad I didn't. But tonight, man, I was just like, man, there was one that I was like, man, this just seems like I can get this one. This one seems like it seems like a good one. I haven't checked anything. I'm going to unfortunately do that right now, but I don't know. It's fun. Keeps me entertained. It keeps me.
Can we do DraftKings in Texas?
You can do
I thought about doing it for the 500.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can do like DFS type like pick drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Froze up again.
No, I didn't. I was reading Brian's comment.
Oh. I didn't know you threw one up.
We have 229s and 233s.
Did we really? I thought no, I did 32 last time.
I don't know. That's just what he said.
I could have swore I did 32 last time. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to.
Maybe you'll keep up with it.
Maybe you'll have to edit the.
Maybe we should hire him as our producer,
or just edit the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
Just edit the titles.
The talent can't do everything.
Well, That's true.
So, you want to touch on this Apple Vision Pro?
No, I could care less. But if you want to, because I know you're a techie like that.
I am. I'm better be a techie than a Trekkie.
I could care less about this because all it's doing is proving the Simpsons right.
What? What? What is? Oh, the koozie? I don't need it now. Hey, it is what it is.
So what has you so intrigued on this Apple Vision Pro?
It's a $3,500 AR/VR headset that I was watching all these YouTube videos, and all these tech YouTubers I have, of course, have one, right? They either bought one themselves or Apple sent them one to review, something along those lines. And it's so good. It's so immersive, and you can like dive into this video game and do this or be right there in this video. And I'm like, you could do that, or they're saying that you could do this stuff with your friends. I'm like, why not just be together, have this human contact and this human, I don't know, this human element, And I think that, like I told you, that the more that we're, quote, connected, the less we really seem to be.
Oh, for sure.
I
100% agree. I think I don't know. Like I
think AR/VR headsets are cool, but
I think they're neat. I think they're fun to, watch people fall over and playing games where they're like walking a plank and think they're falling. I mean, some of those things are hilarious, but like,
well, we know what 9 times out of 10 what most guys are going to use them for.
No, not everybody thinks like you.
No.
Because that'd be the last thing on my mind, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never seen it, have you?
I don't care to. I don't put that much work into that. Boom, we're done. Get it over with.
Yeah. Well, you just got to pay attention to what it is you're clicking on.
I'm not lighting candles and putting some, aroma salts in the bathtub and
why not?
Putting some soft music on.
That's great.
What are you putting cucumbers on your eyes afterwards and
making you got to rest your eyes,
making you a guacamole mask or whatever the hell they do.
Guacamole. Yeah. That's a totally different kind of facial.
Jesus. Off the rails 14 minutes.
But no, that's kind of like my thing though, is that they're marketing this thing towards kids and staying connected, and it's just
you're not staying connected, you're growing further apart.
Right. And I don't see how people don't see that we're not,
because everybody's looking at the next best thing and the next biggest the next biggest thing in phones or
right.
I'm
guilty of that. I really am. Not so much lately, but within the last, I don't know, last few months I've really slacked off with looking at that kind of stuff, because I just got to the point I don't care. I don't care about phones like that. They're all the same. They all do like the same.
They all do the exact same. Yeah. And like the thing that irritates me more than anything about some of these and the way some of these work is that, like, why on earth do I need a phone that I can what was that? That was that commercial that was on for the longest time of that lady watching her kid at a race, and she's like running alongside the kid.
Yeah, and it
And
was
it's like,
really super still. It was
yeah, it's like
iPhone.
still, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I get it that there are. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I get it. There are parents out there that are like that. I'm not gonna, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But it's like, really,
If you really want something that's still stable and you're doing that, you'll buy a gimbal anyway.
or buy a freaking, buy a GoPro with the little stick thing that moves up and down motion.
Gimbal. Yeah.
Oh, whatever. So I'm like, meh.
Right. It's all marketing. And that's what it is. And they're doing a great job.
Oh,
Apple's
they're doing a
marketing team
great.
is great, but getting people to want all this, and I'm just as guilty as the next guy as far as falling for that shit. Cars are the same way. Uh, but to me, it's like, when is enough enough? And when are we going to see that, the Simpsons are right? Wall-E is just a precursor to what's going on. Because that's what I see. I see all these people plugged in these AR VR headsets and be like Ready Player One or, uh, in Wall-E. They don't
Why?
realize the world is crumbling around them.
Why are you saying it like that?
Wall-E,
Yeah.
because that's what the name of the movie is. Wall-E. Have you not seen it?
Why are you saying it like that?
Because that's the way you pronounce the movie.
No, it's
Wall-E.
not. No, it's not. It's Wally. Like,
No, it's not. It's
yes,
Wall-E. There's no IE in it. It's WALL-E. Wall-E.
Don't say it again. I swear to God.
Wall-E.
You say it again, I'm gonna leave. I'll close this off and we'll have a short episode. No, that is not how it's pronounced. Stop it.
Google
No.
it.
No, that is not how it's pronounced.
Use the Googler.
Listen how the little white robot says it in the damn movie, Chris. Wally. Wally. That's how the fucking robot says it.
Wall-E.
No. Next, you're gonna start saying cool whip. Why are you saying it like that? Cool whip. Cool whip.
It is. It is Cool Whip. Anywho,
On to the next subject before I strangle you the next time I see you.
is it not?
It is not. It is not.
Okay.
Not.
Are we not seeing those prophecies being fulfilled in a way? Or is it not foreshadowing of what could happen or what is to come?
Some yes, some no, because I do think that there are things like that are this is just my genuine opinion. Things like that are made by people that think society is going to give up on itself.
Could be.
Movies like that, movies like Idiocracy. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's similar. Things the Simpsons have done, Wally, Idiocracy. They're all movies not necessarily have a society that has given up on itself, but a society that has gotten just worthless. And I have too much faith in humanity that we won't do that. Uh, are we getting fatter as people? Yeah, but I mean, why did it just flash like that?
I don't know.
Did you see that?
It's my phone that did that. I don't know.
Oh. But I mean, I have a little bit more faith in humanity that we won't become all billion of us morbidly obese and in little motorized wheelchairs like Charles Xavier. I have
Or like
more.
the guy on Wall-E. I said it the way you wanted me to say
No,
it.
you didn't.
Did I? I did not.
No, you said Wall-E.
That's what I
Say the name
said.
Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Wally.
Wall-E.
Say Wally. Wally.
Wall-E.
Like that's the name of it.
That's what I just said.
No, it wasn't.
Wall-E.
Now you're fucking with me. Now you're just fucking with me. But no, I have enough faith in our society and in humanity that hopefully we won't turn into that. But I mean, on the whole Simpsons predict thing, I still don't understand that. I mean, go back and look at the list.
Yeah.
It's just too odd.
Somebody's a time traveler.
There's something that's not right about that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It's just so that is probably to me the absolute weirdest thing in television. I mean,
Yeah.
like there's been there's conspiracy theories out there that are pretty wild, but the fact that people say that the Simpsons, oh, it's just, luck. No. There's no way.
No. They're up to what? 20 or might even be closer to 30 accurately predicted events.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's
Yeah.
it's so odd. It's hilarious because some of them are they're not like catastrophic type deals. I mean, some of them is Trump being president and like some of the like him going
Well,
down the
like the
escalator.
voting stuff,
Yeah. Like the voting stuff or the VR thing or just the odd stuff that
Maggie
they've
plugging into her neck, and then that's the VR thing, right?
I think so, yeah.
They grow up, they're like in 2030 or something. They plug a cord into Maggie's neck.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. Yeah.
And her eyes go like snowy.
Yeah. And it's just it's wild to me that this is how we're sitting is we're like, oh, that's it's the Simpsons and they've predicted this, and this. It's like, come on now. Who's got the DeLorean hidden somewhere?
Right.
I mean, you're killing me. Speaking of things that are killing me, what's getting old? What's the first thing that you've noticed about getting old? What was the first thing that started to hurt on you once you got to about we're 39. What was the first thing, let's say after 35?
My back.
See, well, I mean that could be because you were fat, I'm fat.
Yeah. Knees, neck. Like I got
My
a problem
neck,
with my neck right
dude,
now.
my neck has been eating me alive lately. But I've developed something that I'm not for sure what the heck it is, and I think it may be hereditary because my dad had the same issue. My brother has the same issue. I've getting out of yeah, Brian. That is
Yeah.
that is definitely like a freaking almost an everyday occurrence right there. Up out of bed, just popping knees,
See,
ankles,
not me. I get out of bed like
everything.
a
You're just
spring
like,
chicken.
oh, but I will. Do you have it on? That's what it is. You have it on when the person is talking. It goes to them full screen.
Do I really?
Yeah, because I just looked at. Oh no! Wait a minute. No, that wasn't it. Never mind. That's just me, moron. I'm an idiot. Oh, that hurt my back. The last time that I hurt mine, I was the last time I really severely hurt mine, I was trying to better myself and I was trying to work out and
No.
with Jessica, and I really jacked up my sciatic nerve. Um, but recently now, so I guess I don't know. It might be hereditary. I'm not really for sure. My dad had it. My brother apparently has it, but um, we have some kind of issue with our heels on our feet. And like I got work, Mike Phillips. Um, did you know I work with Mike Phillips?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he works for technology for Mansfield.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So Mike was telling me that he had something called Achilles tendonitis pop up, and where like on one of his Achilles, I don't remember if it was left or right foot, but um, he couldn't even get up to walk, and it hurt to touch like the back of his foot. And I had that yesterday. It hurt to walk, and like I could just just graze the top. I don't know if you can hear it, probably not, but I could just like graze the top of my heel or the back of my heel like that, and it would hurt. And I'm like, what the hell is this?
Maybe it's gout.
Well, I don't think it's gout because it doesn't swell. And everything I've ever known about gout, it swells. And my dad had gout. And my dad had gout like pretty regularly.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, when we worked at Pizza Hut, I used to get cheese my belly button. Don't know how it got there, but it got there. You gotta wash it
All
out.
right, ladies and gentlemen, on that note. What?
Yeah. Like I would get like cheese in my belly button. It's weird. I remember that. So your water broke,
you are blowing them out of the water tonight, buddy.
Yeah.
You're putting the old stumper to me tonight.
That's seeming little.
Becky Lynch came back with the have you seen her with the bright red hair?
Yeah, I know.
Looks good. I like it. Looks good.
That's okay. We can talk some wrestling.
If you want. You got WrestleMania. You got WrestleMania coming up in a couple months. April.
A month.
No, April.
Is it April? That was March.
It's April.
Okay. Yeah, a couple months. So go ahead and run down the Rumble. Since we didn't do a Rumble show, did we?
We talked about it. I don't think we really went into deep on wrestling just because nobody really listens to. Well, I mean, nobody listens to or watches us for wrestling. No, I mean, Punk won or Cody won the men's. Bailey won the women's. Bailey, I've kind of the storylines that have been out there have been pretty much accurate until CM Punk announced that he was hurt. Once CM Punk announced that he was hurt, I think it really threw everything for a loop.
See, I thought that was going to be a work. I thought it was a work at first.
One thing we haven't talked about is because that broke when we were not last week or whatever. Vince McMahon.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
Oh, what the hell, man! That is some pretty messed up stuff.
And the fact that Brock is involved.
Well, Brock hasn't been named, but they said that a former UFC heavyweight champion and a former WWE champion. So they never named Brock. Brock was never named. Now, if it is Brock, okay, but nobody ever named him. So
see, Lashley was never a UFC champ. Was he?
Lashley was never in the UFC.
Okay, he did what, Strike Force or something?
Bellator.
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez was a UFC champion, but he was never a
WWE champion.
Yeah.
Punk was never a UFC champion.
Punk never want to fight in the UFC.
No.
Ronda was, but she wasn't heavyweight.
So process of elimination here.
Yeah. So I mean, with process of elimination, obviously, a lot of people are pretty sure it was Brock. And so Brock was supposed to be involved with the Rumble. They pulled him out. They put in Braun Breaker, which I'm assuming tonight they're doing the 600th day celebration for Gunther, Walter Gunther.
Has it really been 600 days?
He's been Intercontinental Champion. Yeah,
Jeez, almost 2 years.
they're going to push him to the moon.
And they should.
He's that good.
He is.
But I have a feeling that the path that they were going to take with Brock on that whole situation is now going to be Braun Breaker. And I think that they're going to have Braun interrupt Gunther, and you're going to get Gunther and Braun at WrestleMania. So right now my match predictions have been pretty. The women's predictions I've pretty much nailed. I figured it was going to be Bayley and Io. I think it's still going to be Becky and Rhea. Originally,
Becky was on her way out.
No, Becky's not going anywhere.
Okay.
I really think the original plan to me was going to be Brock and Gunther, Cody and Roman, and Seth and Punk. I think those were going to be your Mania matches. And then, probably a tag team match in there for somebody getting a tag team title shot. I still think you get brother versus brother for Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. I still think you get that. But now that Punk's hurt, it has been a rock thrown in the old spoke wheel, as you say. Instead of a stick, but now it's a rock because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson steps in. They give him, nothing has, and see, that's what I keep trying to tell people. I still mark out for The Rock. I did when he came out on Friday, but nothing has been announced.
No, but you can see where it's going.
But nothing. Okay, the women's matches. There's only technically been one match announced for WrestleMania. One.
Yeah.
And that's Bayley and Io.
Yeah.
That's the only match. So, I mean, people can get their panties all up in a wad about, maybe it's well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I think you're a little off base there because nothing else has been announced. And now I got messages from two people while we were sitting here recording. And the thing that kills me is WWE tonight at Raw is handing out papers that say we want Cody. Why? It's a very odd situation. And why else would you troll like that unless you're throwing us a curveball? Like, I don't get it.
Do you think there's going to be some kind of unification at SummerSlam of the titles with Cody, Seth, and
I think SummerSlam. No, I think SummerSlam. If Punk is a champion, then I think SummerSlam is Punk and Cody.
If Cody's champion?
If Cody's champion by then and Seth, I'm sorry. If Cody's champion by then, either championship, Seth or Roman's, if he's champion at SummerSlam, I have the belief that and Cody at SummerSlam for the championship. And I think that Seth is in a different direction, or maybe he's going back for his belt, and maybe his belt's on Drew McIntyre. But that's my prediction for SummerSlam. I don't think that they're going to unify them because
each brand needs a title.
I think each brand needs a title, yes, but I think they still have too many They have too many wrestlers to
Yeah.
have one belt. And the fact that they like to put some of their championships on part-timers is, God,
Right.
come on, Sacramento. Don't do this to me. Sorry.
I don't agree with like having The Rock come and take a title opportunity away from somebody that's there 300 days a year. If you want to have
Brock
it,
and Roman doesn't have to be for the title.
it's still a match that could have
The
way the
match is
storyline
fine.
was going.
I have no quarrels with the match.
I do, because the way the storyline was written and this whole thing that we were being sold to come down to, now he's going to face Seth, which is another babyface. Like,
Nothing's been announced. That's what nobody. Why is nobody listening to me?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Nothing has been announced.
He
And
flat out said it won't be at WrestleMania.
But the fact that people don't really listen and think about this. People don't think about this. Storylines have to change because of injuries.
I get it.
There's nobody in the WWE right now that is Sunday night main event, night 2 of WrestleMania worthy, besides Cody Rhodes and your 2 champions. And your other guy
I would say Damian.
No, he's not. He's not ready. He's not ready. He will be, but he's not right now. But I do think that he has to use that. He has to use that Money in the Bank by WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it's going to get used in either.
It'll get used on WrestleMania.
Well, no, I think it get used. I think it gets used in Perth at the Elimination Chamber. Because I personally think that I think at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, I think you're going to get Drew versus Seth. I am selling to myself, but nobody else. But I'm selling to myself that I think you're going to get Roman and Cody. But that's just me selling that to myself because of a couple of reasons. One being this is the first major live event that they've ever had in Australia. And why not have that match there? And then Cody has finished the story because he's won that. And now he can defend that at WrestleMania against somebody, against whoever. But you take away the title from Brock and well, hello. You're a little late to the show. Sorry. You take away the title from Roman and Rock. It doesn't need a title. You can put that as your night 2 main event, and it's going to blow the roof off the place. But the thing that everybody hates about this entire situation is you're taking a title opportunity away from somebody. If you weren't taking a title opportunity away from somebody,
right,
nobody would give a shit less, and everybody would blow the roof off that place if it was just Rock versus Roman.
Right.
That's it. But they took the title shot away from Cody, and that's the thing that pisses everybody off. It's not that it's The Rock getting the match at WrestleMania.
Right.
But nobody has even said if this is for a title. For one, if you're going to put this as a title match, there's absolutely zero reason that Rock wins this.
Right.
None. Not a chance, not a snowball's chance in hell. I got a better chance of touching my toes 10 times in a row without running out of breath.
Right.
There's no reason for Rock to have the title. But in a way, there's no reason for Roman to win except for to beat Hogan's record. And for some reason,
Why are they pushing that shit? I don't know.
there are people in WWE that don't want that, or that want that to happen. And that's the only reason that I can see that this is for a title.
Yeah.
If it happens, I'm not agreeing anything's happening. So
okay, hypothetically, if they do go to Australia for Elimination Chamber and Cody does pin Roman and win for a belt, then what about WrestleMania? We see Cody versus Seth or Drew versus Seth.
I at WrestleMania, I still think you get Seth versus somebody. Maybe. This is just me throwing it out there just because it just popped into my brain. Don't know if it's actually gonna happen, but I think it would be entertaining. Let's say that Cody and Roman do wrestle in Perth and Cody wins. Okay. Now Cody has a quarrel with The Rock.
That would be cool.
Or no, that's really the only opportunity you got there, because the story's
written
finished
right now. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many directions that this can go, and to be honest, the directions are.
I think this is what we wanted. We wanted long stories. You know, at least I know I did, because the whole changing every 30 days, it seemed like I didn't care for. I like the long-term storytelling and development of these storylines, as long as they conclude the right way.
Right.
You know.
And that's the thing, is like, I don't know. Like Andrew, our buddy, pointed it out, and it was, it's a valid point. But his point was, did they? One of Becky's weaves is falling out. Did they bring back The Rock to basically get people talking about that and get the eyes off of Vince?
Definitely could have. Yeah.
Because
I can see that.
we didn't really touch on it much, but if you're living under a rock and you don't know who Vince McMahon is, and you don't know what's going on, the former owner, because he sold the company, he was a majority stakeholder, and then he wasn't, and then he was on the board of TKO. He was chairman of the board of TKO, which he is not now.
Yeah, they dropped him pretty quick.
Got accused of defecating on someone's head, sex trafficking, rape, using company funds to pay off somebody, bribery, all kinds of really messed up shit.
Yeah.
And
this dog is killing me.
I'll be honest with you, man. He's happy right there. He barked at something.
There's a neighbors next door got a dog.
But I honestly believe that if all of this, the stuff with Vince comes out and it just keeps going like it has. Dude, I don't see how Vince McMahon does not go to jail.
He's going to prison. I mean, if it's all true and factual and everything, he's not getting out of this one.
No, I don't think that he gets
Brock
out of
too.
this one.
And I don't know how the WWE can recover from that, because that's a pretty big hit. You know. How's your parlay?
One of my teams is down by 18 points.
Damn.
6 minutes left, so I'm not even going to look at it anymore. I'm just going to hope for the best. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm not even going to think about it.
Well, the Clash was Saturday. You didn't get a chance to watch any of it, did you?
I watched some. Not a whole bunch. Probably about 15, 20 laps.
Didn't miss anything, really.
No, I mean, it was a normal Clash.
Yeah, it was shitty, like always.
Boring.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think they need to move it back to Daytona.
They do. They need to bring back preseason Thunder and have, before the Indy 500, there is a huge buildup. There's a whole almost month-long buildup to the Indy 500. Qualifying, carburetor day, practice and practice and practice and practice. NASCAR really needs to bring back preseason Thunder, or at least speed weeks. In weeks, not, Thursday through Sunday. They need to have practice. They need to have qualifying. They need to have the duels. They need to have the Clash.
I agree with the fact that they need to have Speed Week. I do miss Speed Week.
If they don't want to have the Clash at Daytona, go to New Smyrna. It's a great little short track right there. There's a little short track right there. Little half-mile short track. It's got to be better than racing inside of a football stadium.
No, that's true. Somebody, I don't remember who that was, that said something on Twitter. They put a little, it might have been Kyle Busch. Said something about, do y'all think we keep the Clash here, move the Clash, move it to, one of the suggestions on the little poll thing was AT&T Stadium. I was like, damn, isn't that even smaller? Like,
no, actually, it's not.
I don't know. I think they really, to me, they need to put it back on Speed Week, and run it Thursday night.
No, they need to do it like they used to, the Saturday night before qualifying. Because you would race the Clash Saturday night, Sunday morning you would do pole qualifying for the first and second starters, pole, outside pole. And then Thursday you would do the duels, and Sunday you race the race. That's the way it used to be. That's what it needs to happen. But they need to bring back practice.
They have to see. I mean, the crowds aren't that great. In the 2-3 that they've had there, they've not been that great. That is a massive stadium to try to put NASCAR fans in a city that
nobody gives a shit.
In a city that really, they don't really give a crap.
No.
I mean, they just don't.
No.
So, like, I mean, I would even be okay if they moved it to Texas.
That's not going to happen. It's too cold.
Gross.
Do what?
Why not?
It's too cold.
Why not?
It won't put on a good race. That track needs to be hot and slick for it to do anything.
It was raining and cold in LA.
That's why it was so shitty.
So where do you move it? I mean, it's not
Daytona.
It's not 80 degrees in Daytona. My mom lives there. I know what the temperature is. It's
I
not
know,
80
but it's not.
degrees.
It's the different track. It's the drafting. It's the plate style track and all that kind of stuff.
So
It's
move it
not
somewhere. So move it to another big track, or move it to another small track. Move it to Bristol.
snowing right now.
Well, move it to Austin.
That was horrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why not Texas?
I say Rockingham.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea.
I think if they run it on a Sunday afternoon at Rockingham, they are right there. It's not far from home. The haulers don't have to go far. They don't have to go all the way to Daytona with the 3 or 4 cars because they'll tear them up, and
I've got an idea.
all that. Don't do it at all.
Move it overseas somewhere.
I I would totally be okay with Suzuka, Japan.
Find a place overseas that has a mile track or maybe a quarter mile and run it overseas.
Do you remember that race in Suzuka?
No, I do not.
Okay, it was the first time we got to see Earnhardt versus Earnhardt. The two Coca-Cola cars, junior and senior. It was overseas. It was a road course, and it was awesome. They put on a hell of a show. I think
Is
they
that
take what?
go ahead?
I think they take these cars, they pack them up in containers, and they go to Japan and they race at Suzuka.
But okay. But if you do that, you keep it you have to keep it like this past weekend because you think about the time zone change and
Yeah,
how it takes to adjust to something like that and then to readjust to back something like this, you have to keep it off of speed week then.
right. No, yeah, you'd have to keep it just like this the weekend before the Super Bowl. Absolutely. Yeah, keep it this weekend just like they had it.
But yes, I do agree. That would be completely freaking awesome to do something like that.
I think that's what they ought to do.
Find a, of course, even like you said, Suzuki Japan or whatever the hell you said,
Suzuka. But yeah,
Yamaha Japan, Mazda Japan, wherever.
keep going. You'll eventually offend somebody.
We're past offending somebody. Um, but yeah, I think that would be really cool to do it overseas somewhere.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have to necessarily uh, have haulers and all that kind of stuff. They could just have the cars and everything just shipped straight to the track. Everything they need. It'd be one maybe 2 cars per team. Have a full field out there, all 40 cars, and run a exhibition race and show what these cars can do. I wish they'd
That
give them
that
about 500 more horsepower.
that would be. I'm now I'm on that bandwagon. I'm on the let's get a race overseas bandwagon.
Yeah,
That would be pretty cool. Maybe
why not?
somewhere in Germany would be cool too.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Germany, Japan,
Yeah, Nuremberg, Nuremberg,
N-
Nuremberg,
yeah, I think it's
Nuremberg.
Nuremberg. Yeah. Um, hell, even Australia.
Yeah,
Actually, no. Okay, so not to go back to wrestling, but a quick back to wrestling real quick. Elimination Chamber is in Perth, Australia. Obviously, I've said that.
yeah. 10 a.m.
It's
Right?
it's no, it's gonna be like 3 a.m.
No shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think, but no, let's go back to NASCAR and I'll look this up. Um,
I think Suzuka, Japan would be perfect. Maybe it won't be raining this time.
I was about to say that was going to be my next question is what's the weather like in Suzuka, Japan right now?
Yeah, it's an island, so it's tropical. I guess. I don't know.
So it is currently Tuesday, at 10 a.m. in Perth, Australia right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
They are 14 hours ahead of us.
not show. Elimination Chamber is Saturday the 24th. Hang on, let's see. Start time.
Riveting content.
But okay, so 3. Oh God. I'll have to do this math off here. I'm gonna have to see that now because it said 3. What did it say? 5:30.
5:30 in the
5:30.
morning.
5:30 start time in over there.
Oh, I'll have to ask the Googler.
Yeah. So I think it's that's going to be an odd one. I one of the me and one of the guys at work we were talking, and I said oh look, the leather couch is walking out. Nia Jax. I said yeah, that's going to be one that more than likely I just watch in the morning.
Yeah.
Unless there is something absolutely freaking spectacular on this pay-per-view that is like just blows me away. I ain't getting up. If it's at like 3 a.m. or let's see, 5 is 10 is 12 is 5. If you're 14 hours behind, yeah, it'd be about 3 a.m. here start time.
Mm.
Yeah, there unless there's just something.
I watched the Rumble on the replay. I'm okay to watch this one on replay too.
Yeah. I mean, I just like I'm like, man,
right.
I just don't see a 3 a.m. Perth show in my future unless there's just something that is, unless you're giving me The Rock and Cody, or hopefully Rhea Ripley can powerbomb Nia Jax's big fat ass.
God, she's so horrible. That women's Rumble match was so bad.
The women's was better than the men's. I think the men's had way too much sitting around. The women's had more action, but I just can't stand Nia Jax's fat ass.
Yeah.
I don't care if every women's. I'll steal a line from Dusty Rhodes. I don't care if every women's organization in the country writes me. Tip my hat to a lady. I'd rather tip my hat to a Jezebel down on the street.
Very, very good. Well, I think it's about that time on this episode.
Yeah.
Wrap this one up.
You got to get kicked out because you got people that need baths and showers.
Yeah.
Did you wash your ass today? That always makes me laugh.
Well, folks, we appreciate you joining us.
I open, you close.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. You interrupted me. Anyway, as always, we appreciate you joining us here at the Empty Slate. And of course, our number one contributor, Mr. Little. Appreciate you always chiming in. And everybody go check out his podcast, your favorite Blockhead podcast. Until next time, we'll see you down the road.
Hey, wait a minute. I get to close. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you down the road.